Hello, hello, hello. It's another Friday. I'm so excited. I told you guys, anytime I call on Mr. Tepo, he's going to come. But this time he's not on health, mind you. So he's coming to tell us his experts or his idea or any information he has on what marriage or dating. Okay, so today our topic is on dating or marrying a single parent. I have here with me Larry K. and Mr. Noah Tepo to discuss this with me. Join us and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. Welcome, Larry.
You've missed me,
Oh,
You've missed me.
I've missed
yes.
you.
Last week I wasn't here.
Even though you were behind the camera.
You had only Mr.
Tepo, yes. And
Yeah.
you were jealous.
Last week you had only Mr.
And you
Tepo.
were jealous.
I was directing, so it's fine. And then
Alright.
this week you have me, and hopefully next week we'll have Mr. Tepo.
Sure. So, Larry K. Mbwafo, our filmmaker, director, and then we have our health professional, mental health nurse, Mr. Noah Tepo, here to discuss dating or marrying a single parent. So we are touching on dating or marrying a single parent. What is it with you? We in the studio here also deliberate, talk about what we think about it, and then you also should leave yours in the comment section. Okay, Larry, since you've been away for a very long time, I think you should you should start for us.
Where did I sleep?
I'm just being nice, you know. I'm a nice person.
For the first time, I think it's because the ladies are not here, so you chose to let Larry have the first. Anyway, I miss our old people. Anyway, I miss them.
They are going to
Debbie, Evelyn. Looks like I'm the only one who doesn't have funeral or anywhere to attend.
So they are going to come. We miss you all.
Okay, so
what was your take on?
My take on dating or marrying a single parent.
Yeah.
Here it will depend anyway, because are we talking about a male single parent or a female single parent?
No, single parent can be.
Yeah, I understand. All I'm trying to say is that based on who we are dealing with, then I can actually share what I think about it. So since I'm a male, I'm going to go with a female. So
you give us a little bit of the male side.
The male.
What do you think? Ladies will also say.
Okay, personally, okay, now I have a daughter, right? So
beautiful, cutesy.
Yeah, I have a daughter. She'll be 10 in January.
Okay.
So the challenges I have faced personally when I'm dealing with ladies, some of them are like that baby mama drama.
Okay.
You see it? They are scared that my daughter's mother could come into the picture someday, somewhere, somehow. But the fact is, I always tell them that is not something to be scared of. I might explain later. I would let Mr. Noah also do his intro, and they will get deep into it. I tell them there's nothing to be scared of. Now, when it comes to me dating a woman, a single mother, I would also have to consider a few things, like would there be a baby daddy drama?
How would you know? How would you know?
But my concern, this is my main concern about dating a woman who has a child. I am not against you having a child. My concern is where the child is going to be. Should we decide to get married? Because unless, of course, the circumstances under which you had that child, maybe rape, the child's father is dead, every other thing, the child's father is irresponsible, those things can be overlooked. But you have a responsible father somewhere who is enjoying his life and has left the burden on you for me to come and take up.
Love me, love my dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have Mr. Noah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, thank you so much. Larry has said a lot. But we need to state a clear distinction between these words, dating,
and
courting, and marriage. These are three separate stages of relationship. You know, dating, not all dating ends up in marriage.
Sure.
Okay, all right. So if somebody wants to date, then what does the person want? You know the person is a single parent, but you want to date the person. What do you want from the person?
Yeah.
Do you just want to have fun with the person? That's not number one question to ask. Okay, if you have in mind to marry this person, then you move from dating stage to courting. When you enter the courting stage, that's when you declare your stand to both families. So the both families know that now you are seeing each other, you are studying each other, you are knowing each other. So if you don't see Kofi, you know that Kofi is with Amma. If you don't see Amma, you know Amma is with Kofi. The parents and they now know.
Yeah.
That means you are from the courting stage. You are hot. You are getting into marriage. So now, are you ready to accept this person with the child he or she is bringing? That's also another thing we have to talk about. So before you start dating a single parent, all depends on what you want from the person.
What are you going into?
Yeah, if you really think you want to go far with the person, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tepo, for your info, for your education.
Yeah.
So I've heard both sides.
Yeah.
So the question now is, the reason we are even discussing this topic is because of the misconceptions or the things we hear about, like around. People say the youth talk about like saying, I won't. They normally call them born ones. They don't even go like single parents. The appropriate word is the person is a single parent, single mother or a single father. Born one, born two. It's not a nice thing to say. Is that, like Larry was saying, the father or the mother of the child may later on come into the picture, which they fear may bring misunderstandings and a lot of things. Others think that there wasn't any closure between the baby father and then the mother or what. So anytime this baby daddy hits or says, come here or something, because there's some connection still or love, I don't know if you should call it love or lust or something, the lady can still go, and then they have, behind your back, they are still seeing each other. So they fear those kind of things. The reason we are having this discussion right now. I know you have passed through all the stages, the dating, the courting, the marriage, the childbearing, and everything. That's congratulations. So yeah, do you think they are right by saying those things, or the fears they have about single parents?
Oh, these are legitimate fears. These are legitimate fears because marrying a single parent or quote unquote born one, it carries these challenges. Are you getting my point? It carries these challenges. You know, some of them you rightly stated. Normally the relationship is not completely over. You know, and all that. They fear that the lady will go back or the man will come in. Even aside all this, if you are even into proper marriage, you know, maybe the father of the child will still be taking care of the child. Is another issue. The fact that there is an issue between these two persons, you cannot run away from the father. In one or the other, they will communicate. Are you getting my point? So all these fears are there. And there are a whole lot of temptations in over there. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a legitimate fear that they always express when it comes to dating and, for that matter, marrying a single person, a single parent. Yeah, so they are legitimate.
I would want to ask Larry, but like when we get back, we are going to touch on what he said and then other things.
Enigma Eatery and Sports Bar.
Welcome back, divers. So we're talking about dating, marrying a single parent, dating or marrying a single parent. All being said, I hope you were jotting. So Mr. Tepo was on the mic when we went on the break. I want to give the opportunity or the chance to Larry to also add something to what we were talking about, the fears the men and the women have when they want to try to date or marry a single parent. Then we'll have a follow-up question. Yeah.
All right. So personally, I want to speak from experience.
Oh, that's
yes.
perfect. That's what I want. And viewers, I
Okay.
need anyone who has any personal experience who wants to use
To
the
comment.
platform to. You can comment and also use the platform to share. You are welcome.
All right, good. So, the fears mentioned by Mr. Tepo earlier, that there is that contact and all, as he said, legitimate fears. Those are correct, because I remember when my daughter was with the mother,
Okay.
every now and then I receive calls from her, school fees, upkeep money. So my relationship then was getting affected, because
Yes.
because she knows that once the call comes, they know that that's my daughter's mother. There is that fear registered in her mind.
Definitely, everyone will feel
How
that.
I solved that issue,
Was
even though I'm not with that same lady, but how I solved that issue, I had to take my child. I took my child. Someone might be thinking that that is not a solution, but it is to a large extent, because you see, single parenting fears between male and female is not the same.
okay.
I would never call the mother to ask for fees or anything.
Yeah.
The only reason she might even need to call is to
I
talk
want
to the
hear
child.
Yeah.
Finish. So it is easier, from my perspective, it's easier when it is the male who has the child and has nothing to do with the lady, the mother of the child. In the sense that the only reason the mother would need to contact you would be to see the child. But you see, but when you, even that, yes, but actually it has minimized. When you switch it, women, no matter how rich they are or how capable they are to take care of the child, so long as the man is also somewhere, and the man, it's not like the man has denied the child or anything, they will definitely call you to send something. Even if they don't call you, if the man wants to show that he is not the kind who neglects a child and he's a responsible man, he will reach out by himself to say he is sending school fees.
Okay.
Do you get it? So you cannot prevent that communication between
A child and mother.
a
or
child
and father.
and you get it. So that fear is always there. Now I always say that your child, let's assume you have the child,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm about to court or date you, court you, marry you. The child's father is alive, right? Working, earning something, bearing the father's name. Let's not forget we are in Ghana, where it's except maybe in the Akan community sometimes, where they take uncles' names and all that. Among the Aves, you are bearing your father's name. You understand? The Aves say something like Kovina Vito. Give the child to the child's father. Why are you refusing? Some ladies vehemently refuse that you will not take the child, thereby encouraging that communication. Yeah, I know it's painful. You give birth and you give the child out. It's painful, but yeah, those are some of the fears anyway. Like,
Okay.
yeah, it's more like when we look back at our social studies lessons. I'm talking at length so that when Mr. Tekwa takes it, he can. Yeah, when we look back at our social studies lessons back in basic school or secondary school, they have outlined the role of the father and the mother.
Oh yeah.
You realize that the father is providing shelter to the family, protection to the family. So imagine a child that is not the man's child and has to do, and mostly the final, let me finish in 2 sentences.
It's because I have questions in your or your.
So you want to ask question?
Yes, because you know to cut issues or this
Short.
trouble short. Fine, the man is doing well, whatever. Can even be the president of Ghana, and the woman doesn't want to have anything to do with him. You are in her life right now. Why are
Yes.
you saying Kovina Vito? It's
Okay,
like,
let me
let's not
touch
even
on another
call
one.
him
Let me touch
ask
on another
for
thing.
school fees.
Good, no
Okay, but
problem.
You provide, then
No
case
problem.
closed.
But let me touch on another important issue.
Okay.
Do you know that mostly the final decision in the home
Lies.
is taken by the man? In most cases, it's not like he dictates, but
Which man are we talking about?
the
man in-
husband.
the
I'm
parent-
talking of husband. Final decisions.
Before we even get to the marriage, like Mr. Teko was saying, before we even get to that stage, we've had this conversation.
Yes, but you see,
We've had this conversation that
All I'm
are
trying
we
to
going
say
to
is-
be contacting her father or the child's father? Are we going to be taking school fees from him or not? Before we even proceed, like upgrade it to marriage.
yes, it is
So
easy.
we'll not
It is
get to-
easy to
To be said,
accept certain things when it comes to the talking stage. I'm trying to look into the future. When
talking stage is not cutting; it's cutting.
yeah, even the cutting, you can still discuss all these things.
Hey, that's where you have to discuss
Yes,
it.
you discuss the woman who agreed to a lot of things because she wants you people to marry. Right? Now, after marriage, now back to the point I was trying to make. The husband mostly takes the final decision, right?
Okay.
Decisions about the children in the house, the husband stamps them in most cases. How would you feel if the child were for both of you and the husband says, no, we are not giving this to the child? You wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't feel offended. But some women have this attitude where when the man says, no, we are not giving this to the child, they start thinking, because it's not your child, you are refusing this. So these are all part of the fears people have.
So I'm saying, so maybe we are not treating the stages well. The dating, the courting, the marriage. So there are conversations to be had when you are dating. What to be said when you are courting before proceeding to marriage.
Okay, Mr. Teko should talk.
Yes, because
on
with courting you
might
are
have something
closer
to
to
say.
marriage than
Mr.
this.
Teko.
So
Yeah, Larry is doing very well. You see, it's a very challenging situation we normally find ourselves in sometimes, you know. Dating is basically having fun.
yes.
Dating is basically having fun. You know, when you progress to the courting stage, that's why I said earlier on that parents are involved. Then that's where the actual talk begins. Then all the way to counseling level, where things must be made clear. Parties must understand the situation before they actually tie the knot. Okay, but again, as Larry said, certain stages are easy to accept. When you actually enter the marriage, that's where the challenges also start coming in. You know, it's a whole lot of challenges. Okay, but the bottom line, I want to say, the bottom line is, if Christ is the foundation of the marriage, things that we perceive as challenging or difficult can be easily taken care of. For example, sometimes the children are even used as a bait, or yes, you know, especially when the child with the man, and the stepmother. Okay, sometimes the child leak information to their mothers, and they act on it and do a whole lot of things. In fact, it's a whole lot of issues. So in fact, in order to avoid all this trouble and these things, that's my personal opinion. You don't even venture into it in the first place.
You are all doing well.
Yes.
Being
Yes.
a father.
Yeah.
And a husband.
Yeah.
And then he being a father.
Yeah.
And one day a husband.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, if God permits, you'll be a husband.
Sure.
God permits.
If God permits, you'll be a husband.
God will permit.
God will permit.
Right now.
Because you want to come and eat jollof.
God will permit.
Want to go and eat jollof.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I want to turn the hands of clock
Back.
backwards. You are young. Would you, as a young Mr. Noah Tendo, go in for a lady who has a child or someone who doesn't? Yeah.
I'll go in for a lady who doesn't have a child.
Why?
The reason I don't want any disturbance. See, I want to put it simple.
You want
as
to
that.
tell me that?
I want to put it simple as
Yes.
that. Are you getting my point? Yes, because maybe the new lady, the lady that I want to marry, may not come with that child.
Okay.
The child will be with the father, all right. But that child is likely to be an interference between me and my wife. There's that possibility. I get that. The fact that that child is there. There's no complete break in the relationship between my wife and the child's father. They will always communicate. I get my point. So if genuinely their communication is genuinely about their son, if I'm not matured enough, I'll feel jealous.
Yeah.
Good.
I get my because when she receive a call from the child's father and they are communicating, naturally that jealousy will be there. Are you getting
So
my
you
point?
rather go in.
So in order to avoid all these things, I better go for a lady who is free.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Who is free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming free with no baggage. No baggage. No baggage.
So
No baggage. Yes.
so-
No baggage.
Lady
Right.
who is free.
Yeah. No baggage.
No baggage. So the baggage to you is the child.
Exactly.
And there are people who are free, like you say, or single, the baggage they carry is more than someone who.
Every marriage has its own challenges.
Yeah.
I get why every marriage has its own challenges. Honestly speaking, there are some marriages in which we have stepchildren, but those marriages are doing very well.
peacefully.
All depends on the understanding the couples
been to
have.
higher
And I also
level.
use the word of God as a foundation of these marriages. Because if Christ is the foundation, you see your partner as Christ.
Yeah.
The children in over there as children of God. Therefore, those challenges can be dealt with.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? Yeah. But ideal situation is that you have someone who doesn't have any baggage, and as you rightly said, someone may come free, but the problems the person is bringing may not even be compared to someone who is coming with a child. But in all, if you have somebody who is free, I think you have a free mind. Let me put it that way.
For that side.
Yeah,
That's nobody will interfere.
Exactly.
How is it with you now, Larry? How is it with you? If you were
I
given,
can finish within the 2
if
minutes
you
we
were
have.
given, it is true we are behind time. So let's just wrap up and thank you for your submissions, both Mr. Tekpo and Larry. Larry is going for love, you heard, and then Mr. Tekpo is going for someone who is free, as he claimed. So I did this with Brainy Lights behind our camera, and then J Pictures. Our director, you see, he was here seated with me. So today, our topic was on dating and marrying a single parent. Here in Enigma, Spot Bar in E3. Visit OEB and enjoy luxury. See you next Friday. Bye-bye.
So easy watching movies on Lumflix. Open your browser. Type and visit lumflix.com in your address bar. Sign in if you already have an account or create a new one by clicking sign up. Provide your details to complete the sign up process for free. Now, you are ready to watch any movie at the comfort of your home. Lumflix, access movies with ease.